The views expressed are not those of local community broadcasting, WYML LP, or its management, volunteers, or underwriters. Welcome back to the Personal Safety Show. Once again, this is Marcus Melnick from Firearm Mentor and Stress to Logic, and we are continuing the conversation with Angela Nelson of Damsel in Defense. I want to segue into what Safe Hearts is. Can you give us a kind of an overview of what Safe Hearts is and how it ends up protecting children and giving parents the correct things to say that are age appropriate to their children about the dangers of society?
Safe Hearts is near and dear to my heart. I have 4 granddaughters, and my oldest granddaughter has almost the entire series of books from Safe Hearts. That's how much I believe in them, and also the game and all of that. But Safe Hearts, the sad statistic is that 1 out of every 4 girls and 1 out of every 6 boys is sexually abused. And 95% of their molesters, they know them. A lot of people just think stranger danger, but that's not necessarily true. And so with Safe Hearts, it stands for Sharing Awareness for Family Empowerment. That's where the SAFE comes from. And of course, they're keeping their children safe. And it's a family education that's designed to help adults and children navigate the most important yet difficult conversations. And we call them kidversations. So, and what they do is they teach the children how to take ownership over their own hearts and their bodies. And it helps to raise awareness. And it gives them the ability to protect themselves against anyone who might try to harm them. And so the stories have 4 heroes in them. They're called Heart Defenders. And there's Simon, Thomas, Faith, and Elizabeth. And each of them are given a different gift. And so what happens in the stories is the child in the story has a situation that they find themselves in. And one of the Heart Defenders, according to what gift they need, they are alerted.
Very good. Very good. And the books are not expensive. I just looked on the website. They're very, very reasonable.
The artwork in them is very vibrant and very kid-friendly. They're really cute. And the books themselves are hardback. We have a parent guide, the Proactive Parent Guide, that we encourage parents to get before they start reading the books or playing the game with the children. And also I have PDF coloring pages, scavenger hunts to go along with the books. And they can also, after they completed one of the books, they can get a certificate or wear a badge.
What age is this geared towards?
It is geared towards everything from young children up to teenagers.
So I'm looking on the website, and there's something called Shield Technology. Can you explain what that is and how that all works?
Super excited. That's another thing that I love about it is we have 2 products that work with Shield technology. One is the Protected Pepper, and the other is the Hear Me Out. It's a personal alarm. But what it does is there's an app that uses the Shield Community app, and you set it can send up to 5 contacts a message if you have to deploy the pepper spray, or if you push your alarm on Hear Me Out, it will send a signal to them, and then they can track you by GPS from that point.
And call for help if you can't.
And call for help, yes. And I believe you can also have it go to the 911 will be alerted.
Okay, and then this is a great question. Can 911 determine your location?
Through GPS, yes.
Okay.
Through the Shield Community app, yes.
Let's just say someone sets it for 911 and they call 911. Is it a kind of like a burglar alarm company that says, oh, we have someone, or is it an automated message that says this person is located at, Main Street and 2nd?
So you would customize your emergency message on the app, and you select your 5 contacts, and it whatever current GPS location, it gives them that location, and it continues to give them your location until they confirm that you're okay.
Okay, great.
And it works with Android or iPhone.
What is the Hear Me Out product?
So the Hear Me Out it's a personal alarm. It also has a little flashlight. When I say little flashlight, these little flashlights are super bright. So they help you to see. They're 120 decibel alarm, and they do have the GPS tracking technology, and has a push button silent shield alarm as well.
Oh.
So that if you're abducted and you don't want them to know that you're calling for help, and it hooks onto something, if say a child has a backpack or your purse or even a belt loop, and it has like a lobster claw attachment.
Can you talk about some of the purses that you offer?
Oh, yes. I get to get girly again and talk about guns at the same time. So we have a variety of concealed carry purses, and then we also have the smaller purses that have RFID protection. So in our larger purses that are concealed carry, we have some really cool ones that are called the Hideaway series, and they have like the brindle cowhide or the black and white cowhide with the brown tooled leather backing. And then we also have either crossbody or tote style. And then Modest Marie concealed carry, it's like vegan leather. And they have holsters in them to keep your gun in. We also have a new one that just came out. It's called the Bella Belt Bag. Because it just came out, but it's kind of like a larger type fanny pack, but you can also wear it as a crossbody purse. If I were like riding a motorcycle, it would be something that would be really handy to have, or say going to a flea market or out to a festival. It would be a great thing to carry. And it also is for concealed carry.
What the heck is vegan leather? Okay, that was a joke. I'm just kidding. How does Damsel select their products?
That's a grell question, and I actually have asked them that myself, and the answer, actually, I had somebody email me an answer, and so I'll just read you what she wrote. It was Cora from up at the Pro Support. She said, our amazing product development team works alongside our manufacturing to bring to life ideas brought to them from the field or internally. She says, we love hearing and bringing new ideas in from the field to implement, as well as bringing to life ideas bounced around and discussed in the home office. And I know this to be true. Now I'm speaking, but I know this to be true because there was a problem with one of the Damsel Pro directors had actually gotten spiked. People call it roofied. And so this had happened to a lot of other people as well. And the idea was bounced around to have something to be able to cover your drink. And so they did research into it and found a really cool product that we just came out with. It comes like in a compact that you can keep in your purse. And then when you go out, it's like a leopard print, and it fits around the top of your drink, and it has a straw hole in it to put your straw in. Okay. That was one that was probably birthed from many of our pros.
Very good. Well, hey, I'm glad that product exists. Can you talk about, well, let me give a little bit of a clarification, at least for people in Illinois, which is where we're broadcasting from. In Illinois, it is perfectly legal to own and carry a stun gun or a taser. However, if you purchase it in Illinois, you have to wait 24 hours and you have to have a firearm owner identification card, which is basically a background check, your background check to make sure you're a good person. Can you talk about how the electronic stun devices actually work and interrupt the body's signals?
on my website, there is a place at the bottom that says state restrictions, and anybody can go on there and click, and it has a chart, and you can look for your state, and it'll tell you what the restrictions are on the stun devices and on pepper sprays. But our stun devices are non-lethal, but they're a pain compliance tool, and it can be used as an effective self-defense tool when it makes direct contact with an attacker. Now, a lot of people will call them tasers, but taser is actually a name brand, and tasers shoot out barbs that hit the assailant that they're trying to deter. And this is actually, you have to make direct contact with the attacker. And that's why we talk about having layers of protection. This is like your last effort. It creates an electrical pulse that sends the nerve cells that control the muscles into chaos, and it causes them extreme pain. We say stun and run. That is the idea.
I'm not a bad guy. It was all in training. I promise.
Where they can't move, and then get away and call for help.
So I want to address the whole layering of defenses. And I talk about this when we talk about home defense or business defense as well. Sometimes people think they get something. They get a pepper spray and a stun gun, whatever it happens to be, and they think now that they're bulletproof, and they're not. Nothing works 100% of the time on 100% of people, including bullets. So the layering of the defenses is very important. You would spray someone. If that happened to not work, or the spray was you didn't replace it every year like you're supposed to, then you've got your spike stick. Then if that doesn't work, you got your stun gun, although I think I'd use the stun gun before the spike stick. That's just me.
Yes.
In my little girly self. You can laugh. That was funny. So I think I now have a better understanding. I was going to ask you, how the heck is a carabiner a self-defense tool? And I'm looking at it, and it's really it's a nice keychain, but it's, I think, to get everything together, kind of like the arm candy, but it's a keychain. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So if they just need something that's going to hook their product to their keychain, or they need something that's going to hook it inside their purse, yes. And they try to make everything fashionable as well. So if you don't want to wear the arm candy with the cute puff on it or the tassels, you can just get the carabiner.
So do your pepper spray products come in different colors?
Yes, they do. We have did you say pepper spray or the
anything?
Stun device?
Anything.
Okay, anything. Yes, they all come in a wide variety of colors. We have our pouch of pepper that come in little pouches that have all different kinds of designs, from leopard print to like a pretty plaid, and those you can hang on your keychain. Our hardcores, they come in like blue, teal, and purple and pink. And then our pepper slays, those are actually, I have the pepper sleigh, and those are blingy. They have little blingy stuff on them, and they come in like red. They come in several different colors: red, pink, teal. And then we have those are the main ones that we have for that. And then also our stun baton, it comes in either pink or black. And then we have our stun devices, like our little ringer and our get a grip. They do come in different colors as well. And then we also have a really cool new product. I haven't got one yet, but I've seen it. And there's two things. There's the missing the point stun pin, and it looks like a pin, but it is actually a stun device. It's about 6 inches long, and it's also a flashlight. And then the other one is called To Be Clear, and it is a stun device that's not much bigger than a business card or a credit card, just a little bit bigger. And so that they're a lot easier to carry and not as noticeable.
Very good, very good. So I'm looking on the Daphne line, and the Daphne line is all the purses and bags that we had talked about. But there's also some bulletproof paneling and actually wallets for women and men that you can get. Can you talk about some of the ballistic paneling and how that would be used to protect someone?
Yes. So the one is called the Safely Sleeve. Well, they're both Safely Sleeves. One is a bulletproof panel that can go like in a child's backpack or just where it can. Some of them can go into some of our purses, the bigger ones, and they're built to comply with National Institute of Justice standards, and they are like, they weigh about a little over a pound, like 1 pound and 1 ounce. They're 10 by 12 by a half an inch in size, and they're bullet resistant, and it's just one more layer of protection. But what I love about them is the fact that with the school shootings that have been going on, it's just one more thing to help keep the kids safe. And then there's also the 3-ring binder, so that you can you can put it inside your binder and be able to hold that up and at least protect your head or your heart.
Okay, cool, great. That's terrific. What other neat products do you offer that maybe I didn't see on the website?
Oh yeah, we have so many different things. We have a lot of things for traveling, to stay with spring break coming up, and with the young people going on spring break. We actually, some of our bundles and our deals that we have it's called the Step Off, and it's a door alarm that you can put, like if you're in a hotel or even in your own home. If you want to put something in front of your bedroom door or at the door of your house, and it will send off 120 decibel alarm, which would scare a lot of people away. And then there's also what's called the Road Tripper, and the Road Tripper, it's got all kinds of stuff. Like it's got a glass breaker. It has a thing to cut your seatbelt. It's like it looks like a flashlight, and it is a flashlight, and it has a strobe light as well to help you call for help if you need it. And then it's magnetized, so it will stick to the side of the car. Say you have a flat tire and you're out there in the dark trying to change your tire, and you don't have somebody to hold the flashlight for you, just stick it on the side of your car. It's a really cool tool for traveling. And then we also have the junk in the trunk that's got all the stuff that you need in an emergency. Your jumper cables and a rain poncho, first aid kit, and all kinds of things. You can see those also on the website. And we have jewelry as well. We like to call it Wearing Your Warning. And
I'm sorry, wearing your what?
It's called Wear Your Warning.
Wear Your Warning. Okay.
Wear Your Warning. We have T-shirts that are called Wear Your Warning, and it's they have different sayings on them. Like one day I was wearing a T-shirt, one of them, and they're so soft and very comfortable. And my daughter, she loves hers too, but it says mine said defense mode on it. And so there was a couple, I was out at a restaurant, and a couple, they're standing there next to me waiting on our order, and the gentleman says, defense mode, what are you in defense of? Well, it gave me an opportunity to talk about personal protection in our products. So, but we also have a whistle that is on the end of a necklace, and that is to, like, I gave my daughter one, and she let my granddaughter wear it when they went out to a festival in case she got separated from her. But it's also something that can be used to call for help. If you're in a parking lot and you've got it right there around your neck. Another piece of jewelry that's just recently come out is called the Barbara. And it's a ring that has the little flower on it. They come in plated silver and plated gold, but the flower on it twists off and it has a barb under it. That's why it's called the Barbara. And so you can protect yourself with your fist a lot better.
Okay. So it produces a cut if you're going to strike someone.
Yes.
Okay.
And which also can help with collecting DNA.
Ooh, I didn't think of that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So, they think of just about every different area of protection, and it's an awesome company to be working with.
Awesome. Can you repeat how people can get a hold of you and what your website is again?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Can you repeat how people can get a hold of you and what your website is again?
Sure, yes. They can go to mydamselpro.net/pro30647/ or they can go to my digital business card, which has a link to that website, and that's AngelaDamsel.pro. And that's spelled AngelaDamsel.pro, PRO.
Fantastic. In wrapping up, what final thoughts can you share about Damsel, what you do, safety, maybe that I didn't ask or that you would like to talk about?
Well, I would say that what this does is it helps to empower people. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female, if you're old or if you're young. Almost everybody, sadly, in this life has had to deal with some type of safety issue, whether that's an assailant or just if you're traveling, running, whatever you may be doing, you need to be continually keeping your safety in mind, not to live in fear, but to just trust that little instinct inside of you. And so I joined Damsel and became a Damsel Pro to be able to make a difference in the world. And if there's anybody else out there that wants to make a difference in the world, they're welcome to reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk to them about that as well.
Very good. I'm going to share one final thought with everyone before we part ways. And that is, I asked earlier about the different colors of products. When I worked at a shooting range, I had blue hearing protection, I had green hearing protection, and other people just grabbed it and I never got it back. The minute I switched to pink, no one wanted to touch it. So, and I'm being serious because, it's a male-dominated industry, although we did have women working there. But I tell everyone, when you get a loader, when you get hearing protection, and now I'm saying when you get pepper spray and stun devices, get pink. No one's going to want it, or at least the guys aren't going to want it. The girls might. Right. But guys are the thieves, not the girls, sometimes. So I highly recommend and the other thing is, if you have and I speak from experience, you have although not in a purse, but when I would go to the shooting range and I'd look for like a loader that was black, I'm in a dimly lit area, I'm searching around in my bag, I can't find it. It's a black object in a dark area in the inside of a dark bag. So that's the other reason why I suggest to get bright colors. So you open up your purse or your bag or whatever it is, and boom, it's right there. It's bright pink, yellow, orange, whatever it happens to be. Your eye is drawn to it, and you can effectively deploy it faster rather than rooting around in a bag for something while you're getting assaulted. So that's just my little world piece of advice.
Great. That's a great point.
And take it as your own idea, because it's a practical idea. I get these big tough guys in my firearms classes, and I tell them I get a pink loader, get pink hearing protection. What? No one's going to take it, and you'll be able to see it right away. So it's a practical application. And I really don't care what color something is. If it's pink, whatever, it's purple, whatever, it's black, it doesn't matter to me. But I want to be able to deploy it in a practical way quickly. So,
yes.
Angela Nelson from Damsel in Defense, thank you very much for taking the time to talk about how you keep people safe.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Marcus. I've really enjoyed this talk. Thank you.
I want my listeners to know that this is my dream, teaching people about safety. If it weren't for you, if it weren't for my listeners, I couldn't live my dream. So on behalf of my family and myself, I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to live my dream. And I also want to continue to live my dream, and I'm excited to continue to spread the word of safety. Recently, I began a new service as a conference keynote speaker. So if anyone would like for me to speak at future events, or if anyone knows of an introduction or would like to discuss how we can work with one another, I'd love to do just that. The keynote speaking website is www.stress2logic.com. That is STRES2logic.com. If you're aware of any conference speaking engagements where you'd like to have me speak, I'd love an introduction. You can always share my electronic business card, which is Marcus Melnick, MarcusMelnick.com. We have monthly concealed carry license CCL classes in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. Dates can be seen at firearmmentor.com/classes. If you have a question, we can be reached at www.firearmmentorcard.com. That is our electronic business card, has all of our contact information and links in it. It's the easiest way to get a hold of us. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll see you at the shooting range. This is Marcus Melnick from Firearm Mentor signing off. The views expressed are not those of local community broadcasting, WYML LP, or its management, volunteers, or underwriters.